There usually isn't on wide open trails. Usually you're not going that awfully fast. But yeah, I mean, the power is always fun.
It's just nice to know it's there when you need it. This is a nice machine I got. It's got a nice fucking Polaris plow on it. Nice big wide plow. Fucking brand new winch on it, new tires.
There you go. Sounds like a good rig to just ride. Ooh, starting to hear a little bit of noise rolling now.
I didn't say nothing.
A little bit. Not like a lot, but I'm hearing little voices starting to come in, so might almost be time for the DX to roll in. I'm going to go with Hawkeye, start him up.
Oh, just in time to bail out then.
No, come on. I haven't scanned the band yet tonight, but have you scanned around, seeing if you can hear any distant stations? I think usually up around like 32 and 35, you get some people out of New Hampshire.
No, I haven't scanned around at all. There's like people coming out of the woodwork that I knew were in here because you guys were talking to them, and now all of a sudden I can hear them.
Perfect.
Yeah, my skip meter is showing nothing.
I suppose it could be slop, but I'm just hearing the occasional like beep and just real faint, like, you know, nothing that's breaking my, well, it's just above the static level, but I can't tell what's going on yet.
Did Radio Man say he was going to pull the covers off that Lincoln too? I mean, man, he's stringing me along.
I'm pulling the covers off right now.
Good job, Radio Man.
What was that, Hutch?
You could have at least just plugged it in. What the hell, man? Something. Let's go.
Oh no, we gotta have a full upskirt before we plug her in.
Take a big whiff of that epoxy board. Yeah, that's quality.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye, I even got a live stream going of me popping the covers off live on the air.
I didn't see that pop up in my feed. I'm on YouTube right now.
See, I like to live dangerously. I'd rather fire it up first, and if the smoke comes out, then pop the cover off.
It's there, I just checked. It's on a live feed. It's definitely there.
Talking.
Sorry, I hit the mute button when I talked. I forgot to unmute it.
Roger. So I'll have to look when I go out back later or tomorrow, whatever, but I think I have this cheap little boom mic. Not even a boom mic. It's just like a fucking podcast type mic or something. It wasn't a boom. It was on a little like tripod or something that you sit on your desk. I think it was a USB mic. I'll have to dig that out. And you'll be playing around with your computer to direct inject that 50 real quick.
Oh yeah, that fucking thing is swinging now.
Put a little swing in his thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good, right in the 9, swings right up to over the 30.
Oh, the radio's probably warming up, so it's dropping down in power a little bit now. 10 fur.
Especially when you get that one little shout, or a little bark, it really goes right up.
Yes, it likes it when I do that.
Yeah, let's bring up the room. I would say, if the camera's picking that up, there we go. You've got the 1K in there.
Yeah, that resistor is huge compared to the one he's got to take out of there.
I don't think...
I don't even know if there is a resistor in there at first. I think you just had to solder one in. I don't even remember there being one you remove.
No, for the mod limiter.
Oh yeah, that little fucking
Yeah.
thing. I'm pretty sure it's still stuck on the end of my soldering iron.
I'm looking for that right now. The mod... Oh, sorry. Here, let me put it on camera so you can see.
I mean, we've done 1, 2, 3 or 4 radios now. We know it's the right one. You can probably just crush it.
Which one is it, Hawkeye?
Exactly. I want him to put it on the meter first, though, and see what his experience is. I've heard that there's people at Toonies that get all this swing out of them, but I tried to align mine and tune it and tweak it, and I still didn't get more than like a 2-watt swing out of it. 1 watt swinging 3, 10 watts swinging 12. That's it. No matter what I did, I could not get any type of a full power swing.
Is this coming through? The mic
Oh,
should
exactly.
be.
It's just like the radio slammed on the brakes hard.
Oh, I know what the... I shouldn't do that.
I mean, the audio still sounded good out of it. It just was dismal looking. And, you know, I made sure, like, I put it on the analyzer to look, and I'm like, all right, there was no extra harmonics, no slop. I mean, we've had mornings where, you know, we're not on the same channel or whatever, and, like, Radio Man will tell me he'll go a few channels away to just when we're talking to see, and it doesn't slop any more than anything else. So it's, yeah, to me, it's the right thing to do.
Oh, it's snowing like a bastard again.
Uh-oh, what do we do, what?
Snowing like a bastard again.
Oh, man. Better fucking turn the rain soon. I'm sick of this shit.
I gotta look up that video and what it is for the mod limiter so I can see if it's been removed yet. But I'm gonna test it first before I remove it.
Frickin' right. Well, it's this little component that looks like the lead of a pencil. Now, I'm not even talking like an old school pencil. I'm talking like, you know, a fine, you know, mechanical pencil. Oh shit, that's everything. Never mind.
It is definitely tiny. When you look up the word tiny in the dictionary, there's a picture of that component.
I actually think, I mean, I don't work on radios really, but I wouldn't mind doing like a, and I've used the, you know, the big magnifying glasses before. I got one of those that works pretty well, but I'm always thinking like a camera up overhead and using like a TV, like doctors do and shit. I'm like, I think I could probably get into that.
Yes, sir.
I was subscribed to this guy on YouTube, and he did a lot of work a lot of work on like audio amp, like Alpine and Kenwood and stuff. And of course, when those things go, I mean, there's just a whole bank of transistors that have to be swapped out. And this is what this guy did for a living, and I would just watch. He had that camera you're talking about, and he did all this solder rework, and, you know, I used to just fire it up when I was trying to go to sleep at night.
Nice. Plug the thing in. Let's go.
I wanted to get the landmarks on the mod limiter. I want to see if that's in yet. Hold on.
I will almost guarantee that it's still in there. In fact, I think that me and Screwdriver are the only ones in the state who have them taken out.
Yeah, I don't think a whole lot of shops are going to take them out. I'm sure there are some that do, but I got a feeling not a lot of them will.
That would be one of those situations where those, like, desoldering tweezers would come in handy.
Yes.
Wow, that's fucking tiny.
You're not in frame. There you go. Still in there, right?
Yeah, 10-4. That camera's not real good for tight work like that, but yeah, it's still in there. I'm not going to take it out yet. Now it's time to hook it up. Hey, Screwdriver, you're talking about, so at work, I work with a lot of like SMT, and primarily all my soldering is done under magnification. Like I'm doing like, you know, 144 pin dips and things like that, and it's all done under magnification. But we also have these things where it's like a scope, but it's a camera with like a 7-inch like tablet screen, and it's designed to be magnified and zoomed, and you put your part under there. Instead of looking into the the eyepieces, you just look at a screen, and it works very well. And you can get, like, we use expensive ones. I don't know who makes them, but you can get cheap ones on Amazon for pretty good money.
Yeah, I mean, I'd use like just a GoPro or something, but I've got several borescope ones over here, from fairly expensive ones to the cheap $20 or less Amazon ones that, well, you can't even use them on new phones because, well, yeah, the ones I have plug into the old USB, but they work great. They make different size ones, but I always get the smallest ones to fit down a spark plug hole. So I borescope down spark plug holes in motorcycles quite frequently, and man, those things they're lifesavers. I bet I could. I don't know how I would hold it up above a radio easel. I'd have to make some little arm, I guess, but I bet I could use that very easily. I even have lights on the end of them and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I got it. It plugs right into my tablet. That might not be a bad idea. I think I still got a couple of new ones of those kicking around that haven't been down a cylinder. I got a few. I rotated the cylinder over with it in it, and yeah, that wasn't good. So we gonna hear this thing tonight or what?
He's working on it.
Don't even put the screws back in it. You're gonna frickin' just take it apart again.
They're friggin' plowing the roads over here.
I think I've heard the plow go by twice, and I don't even think it's sticking to the actual tar in the road yet. They gotta use up that budget, you know.
Roads are slushing up over here, but I haven't heard the plow go by or a sand truck yet.
I was laughing when, oh, hold on. This is an easier way to do this. I can put my room mic on, and then I don't have to come over to the radio. But anyways, yeah, I was laughing when you said, why are you putting the screws back in? And I go, yeah, good point.
It's a nice looking radio. Yeah, that might make it look better.
I don't know why, but I could actually copy fix it better on the Quad 5.
Right, I'm pointing at Bob. I can barely even hear him.
I think this receiver on this radio is just more sensitive, so I pick up a little more noise.
Yeah, I just went and looked. It's some big flakes coming down right now here. Maybe a ½ inch on the ground. Didn't look like the road it was sticking, but besides right next to my car, most of the tar is actually covered here.
You got decent tires on the bike?
No. I mean, I do, but I won't even take it out. I mean, I don't care about it getting dirty, but I won't even take it out if it's really shitty. I usually leave here by about noontime to head up, meet up with Joker, so we'll see. It's supposed to stop by morning when I just looked, and the sun might supposed to be coming out by 9, so there's a couple hours of sun in there. If it dries up enough, I'll be out.
You gotta push the channel selector knob because you're like on the lowest digit.
Or just push the channel up and down instead of turning the knob. I never turn my knob. I use the mic. I really should try to do the whole memory channel thing and get that like it should.
You just haven't gotten bored enough yet to do it. I don't know what that says about my life.
I said, I don't know, I guess I'm just old school. I've never used memory channels in any radio. No 2950s, no turbos, my ICOM, none of it. I've just never used them. I don't know why.
I've programmed them, but yeah, never used them either.
I mean, I don't really, when I'm talking on a channel, I don't usually flip around. So the only thing that kills me now is going from here to 50 in the mornings and stuff. And I'm like, oh, it would be nice. But normally, my radio stays on whatever channel it's on. I'll wander around when I get bored, but in my car, usually not that bored. If it's quiet or too much noise, I just listen to the stereo.
Can you fix the focus, Radio Man?
Focus, you idiot! Focus! Focus!
I can't focus, Captain. I need more. Never mind.
How do you get it so that I can just turn the channel knob and go channel 1, 2, 3, 4?
Well, push in your channel knob until you see the little span underneath the digit you want to change.
Like 255.
Oh, yeah, the 2510.
The 5.
Yeah, it's very similar to 2510, 2950. You just got to get, there's a little cursor, I think, that's usually underneath it.
Yes. You hit the span like a few times there, you'll see it slide underneath each digit. Just before you change the switch after that, you have to remember to switch it back.
Yeah.
I do that all the time when I use that 2510 of mine, because I have to actually 3747.
Yeah, that's the hard part when you're trying to tweak it in for like sideband or something. You're like, fuck. It takes a lot of changing of the channel to get from 37 back down to 28 when you're on that digit.
Yeah, especially if you, like I said, you fuck up and forget to swing it back. It's like, man, especially if you're stoned.
But if you use your channel up down on that, it goes down by the channel. It doesn't go down by that digit if you don't use your knob.
Oh, yeah. The channel buttons there, the arrows, 10-4.
You know what's funny is the only time I use those channel up-down buttons is for the memory channel.
They're not in a convenient spot in that Lincoln 2. The 2510s are pretty convenient and they're big. The only thing I change my channel with is the mic. So I'll go down till I hit channel 40 because the mic will keep you in the band. So when we got to change it, I go down till I hit channel 40, then I click the rotary knob up one, and then I just click up the stock mic. It's probably one of the only stock mics I've ever used a channel changer on, and I love it.
The only thing that's weird is that for channel 12, it's not the right frequency, so I must not be in the right band.
Nope, there's two of them. Click it. You'll see it go from 12 to 12. One of them's, usually they say, your Ranger's going to say 11A. This one's just going to say 12 and 12.
Yeah, you want to be on band A.
Yes, yeah, you're not wrong, because there is one that's just the band from 27 to 2750, but then there's the one that is the CB band. But I know there's a difference. It'll skip that RC channel when you hit the channel button, but when you use the knob, it will not.
Right, yeah. And it's weird, well, it's band A on the Lincoln 2, but like on every other 2510 and all that, it's always band D.
Wow, I see what you mean. That's fucked up.
We use the channel up and down. Don't use the knob. See what it does.
I can't really see what's going on because everything's blurry.
Yeah, I'm not really watching it, but what frequency is it on when you're on channel 12?
Yeah, it's 20. When I'm on channel 12, it's actually reading, 27105 is channel 11.
Say what now?
No, that's right.
Yeah, this is 27105.
Yeah, but the radio has to be on channel 11.
All right, what band is it on? Like you said, hit your band switch and go to whatever he said, band A. I've never paid attention, but that one.
It's a 10kc switch.
Oh, okay, hold on, let me try that.
Oh, I don't even remember there being a 10kc switch on that thing. If it's the white lettering, you got to hold it in for 3 seconds.
Yeah, you either press it or press and hold.
Here you go.
You'll if you play with that high cut, that sometimes can make a difference on that static noise too.
Yep, got it that time. Alright, now let's hook it up, huh?
Yes. It's funny that it's minus 10 kcs though. You would think almost every radio is plus 10 kilohertz. Why does that one go down? That's kind of weird.
I think it is plus 10. So I'm still scratching my head a little.
Yeah, you would think if it was plus 10. Oh, no, yeah, it is. Okay, he'd be on 11 to go up. Never mind. I did have one radio, an old Cobra like 139, it went down 10. So you'd have to go on channel 12 and go down to hit 11 RC. It was odd.
After you use that Lincoln for a little bit, it's such an easy radio to get around and do stuff on. It's, yeah, it's nice.
I like the meter.
Alright, well to do this, I'm feeding the
It's a nice
radio.
Like I said, I had a couple of complaints. I was going to get rid of mine until I did that mod. I really disliked it. But I don't use many of the features. That's the thing. I mean, you know, when pushing the up and down channel button on the radio, that's a pain in the ass with my fat fingers.
I'll just use the room mic just to pick up the audio from the radio to keep feeding the radio traffic, so I'll have to disable
But I don't use
SDR.
a clarifier. I got the clarifier shut right off. And, yeah, I mean, once you set it up, like I leave mine right on the menu setting where I can go to it real quickly, and I can go from a 1 second long beep to like a 1/10 of a second beep. And that's the only thing I get into to change.
Have you always run yours on green?
I do. I don't know how many colors there are on that one, but yeah, I've always put it on green.
Alright, audio's gonna cut out for a bit while I'm cutting over.
Yeah, sometimes I will, but I'd say 98% of the time, because I like orange.
Alright,
The blue is just unusable.
we're gonna shut some things down here.
That's funny because
It's gonna get quiet. Just gonna hear me talking to myself in the room while I hook some things up. We gotta get it on the outside antenna. Is this patch cable gonna be long enough? Nope. Need to get a longer cable. There we go. This cable ought to be good enough. Hook up a cable. I don't even know. I haven't even tested power out. I mean, I know the antenna's gonna be good. So I'm not worried about that, but I haven't done anything. So we should start hearing some audio here. Let's see, turn up. There we go. Another screwdriver.
Research and read. Have you
Mic
said
gain.
that they made that receipt on man that
Why
on
does that
those?
sound terrible?
No, I have not.
It might be overloading me.
I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking
Hawkeye
about
sounds
sending
fine.
an email to either Scott's Radio or the Radio Garage. They've had to have gotten radios in with that complaint.
Alright, we got the mic in the vicinity. Yeah, you
I'm
might be.
curious because if they're shut, I know it costs
Oh, that's weird. Why is screwdriver doing that?
in precise.
Oh, the
and I
auto
never-
squelch is on. I heard
but
that's
once I put-
garbage.
I said just not.
Auto squelch, I've heard. How the fuck did I turn that off?
You know, you have to get
I might have to get. Oh, wait a second.
But you know, it's just, yeah.
I wonder if it's a dual function knob.
It's really bizarre because some days, you know, it'll be fine. And
Oh, that's.
like throughout the afternoon on the way home, I'll be
Let's try
listening
that.
to 7 and just like everybody sounds garbled. Or, you know, it sounds like the front end is getting overloaded, but I can turn
See if
the
that's
RF
making it
gain
through the
almost
feed.
all the
Should
way
be.
down, and it doesn't, you know, the signal will drop, the level will drop, but the garbledness is still there.
That should be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like if I'm
Auto
in town,
squelch.
the other week, you know, I was in town, Swiper sounded horrible on 37, a couple months ago, whenever it was. I'm driving out, coming home, didn't sound great, and then I hit a certain point where, boom, sounded fucking perfect. And he sounded perfect when I left the trailer that night, too, until I got into town. And it's just, yeah, it is weird. And, yeah, the RF gain, it's almost like all that's doing is adjusting the meter, because it didn't make any difference on mine either. The meter moved, but it didn't make any difference on him overloading the front end, or other people, too. I'm with you though. I mean, like I said, the first one I got, as soon as I hooked it up, I'm like, this is going back. You know, because you've got that window of opportunity to return it. And then I ended up, you know, listening a little more, and I'm like, I'm just gonna order another one, right? And see whether it's just this radio. And it was pretty much the same, so I knew there was nothing wrong with the first one. So I had two of them. No, I mean, I would buy it. They're great radios. You know, obviously a few little tweaks, but there's no radio out there that I love 100%. But they're a good working radio, you know, especially for the price point. Yeah, they are hard to beat.
Hello.
All right, give her some. Let's hear it.
I don't know. I got the RF power at 12 o'clock. I haven't done anything to the radio. There you go. That's a little bit of traffic.
You got your amp on or no?
Oh no, I'm just running stock radio, not even going through the amp.
Roger. Yeah, I always run my power all the way down, but it sounds good. It's got that little tweak when it keys up. I've heard on many radios. It's kind of cool.
What's a little tweak?
Little chirp, little tweak, tweak, tweak. I don't know. We can't hear it out here.
What's this do? I just put the echo on.
Didn't do anything here.
Oh, maybe it's not set to echo scream. Test 1 2.
Roger, it works.
Oh, there you go. Hawkeye, is the video blurry? Is that, I heard you say something about focus. Is it blurry for you constantly?
It comes and goes when you reach your hand in there. It'll, yeah, because of what its focus is on. Yeah, right now it's perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering. I'm trying to do like two things at once. I'm checking the feed, but yeah, I don't even know what the radio's putting out. Power's at 12 o'clock. I haven't messed with anything, but I guess I can hook it up to the amp. I just got to figure out what this radio is putting out, so I don't squish the amp.
All the way down, you're probably not doing much more than 2 or 3 watts.
Well, I got this little 2-pill right here. I can hook up to it.
Hell yeah.
Just take me a few minutes. Yeah, it doesn't like your audio on the auto squelch, so I turned that off. Yeah, I don't know. So far, so good. I'll have to mess around with the radio. She's a keeper.
actually got to look to see if I can turn that auto squelch off. I hate that damn thing.
Yeah, I would assume just turn it off, because it's either squelch on or auto squelch, I've noticed. So I just have it down as low as it'll go.
Yeah, I think it might only go down to a 1. I don't know if it goes to a 0. It might, but the squelch will never come on probably anything below a 10. But I have a tendency to, I don't know why, my ADHD kicks in, so I turn it on, and before I even key it up, I always turn down the knob to make sure my power is all the way down. So I always have this like little routine. I'll end up hitting that frickin', auto squelch thing, turning it down. I'm like, fuck, I think you can turn it on and off in the program, in the menu. I just haven't looked that far.
Is anyone else in there hearing me besides Screwdriver?
Oh yeah, I hear you fine.
Oh, I thought you said a little while ago you couldn't hear me at all.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I was imagining things.
What say you, Hawkeye?
Is there a question on the table? I can barely hear him.
That was pretty much the question. So there you go. He can barely hear you. Pump it up.
Alright, you guys entertain yourselves. I'll hook up the 2-pill. Give me about 5 minutes.
Oh, I hate when people say this, and that now the pressure to entertain ourselves.
I usually charge $19.95 for that. That's all? Yeah, I'm cheap, man. Christ, I even still got a little beer money left over. What did you do over there? Fix it.
Another power suck fly.
I'm watching the live feed too. That's the noise you're hearing in the background.
Oh, here.
Man, your mic picks up fucking everything.
There you go,
Yeah,
fix
that's
it.
why it's gonna be in the laundry room. No, that's why you gotta turn it down.
Let's see, can we get the old bisexual,
There, I turned the live feed down. Is that better? Much better. Yeah, I mean, you just turn your mic down, do the same thing, or don't have the live feed going an inch away from your mic. Well, if I turn the mic down, then I can't talk back here. If I turn it down, I gotta lean forward every time. That's what I'm used to, is being less than an inch away from the mic. That's why I love that Sedelta. I could be in the other room and you wouldn't know the difference.
That's why I like hand mic.
what do you say, hand jobs?
I love my cheap aesthetic 636 noise canceling hand mics. They don't necessarily work great on like an old school Cobra. They don't always have they don't have enough audio, but any new Galaxy, Ranger, freaking whatever, Striker, that's what I run in my truck.
The only problem with this, I still gotta service the relay, and it's a little sticky every now and again.
I hope someday I figure a way of turning up the audio on that Bluetooth mic. That's my favorite. I can be anywhere. I can be out working under the hood of a car and still be able to hear and talk just as loud. I would say focus on working what you're working on and not worry about talking on the radio when you're under the hood of the car.
Audio.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm driving that amp. I'm not hearing the relay click.
I don't think you turned it on or plugged it in.
Well, there we go. I just heard the relay click.
and you just went down to a 2. That was bad.
Really? 1 2 1 2. Let me.
It was really funky there. I don't know what you had going on, but you swung up really high, and then it kicked back down to like a 2, but it did not sound amazing.
I think I was under driving it. How's that? 1 2 1 2.
I would turn up the power on the radio a little bit, because that's nasty sounding. It's at least a little closer, but it's nasty. Turn it up a little.
Huh, that's weird. 1 2 1 2. Let me make sure I got things plugged in correctly.
Is that on peak or is that on whatever? I change whatever that. I remember that amp had something weird on it. Make sure it's on the right setting.
What's going on here? She was happy earlier.
It did break up a little bit, almost like you didn't have enough power supply or a loose wire or something, but yeah.
Well, that's all hooked up good. Huh. 1 2 1 2.
Give me like a 9, swing into a 20. Yeah, not pretty.
Huh. Let me get a watt meter out, so I'm just guessing here. I'm all over the road.
I would guess you could keep that power on the radio all the way down, but yeah. Did you make sure you have the amp on high power?
Yeah, give me a minute. I gotta see if I can suss out what's going on.
Yeah, that definitely does not sound great.
Let's see, what's this friggin' radio putting out? Well, that's why. Let's test 1 2. Is this what I think it is? My gain, our gain. Test 1 2 1 2. I could have swore that was doing better earlier. What's going on here?
Actually turn down the low power without messing with the high power.
That's where a lot of radios are, or most of them, I should say, but yeah. Mine's just, it seems like it's stock. I think it goes from like 3 watt carrier to 10 watts, and like almost perfectly on the dot, 3 watts to like 10.02 or some shit. It's crazy how, right on it is.
What did I do, Hawkeye?
I heard him say Hawkeye.
Well, I heard what Hawkeye said. What did I do wrong?
You were saying it didn't look like when you were keying up, your meter was moving on the radio like you were doing any power.
Yeah, see, there's a delay now. Now it seems like it's fine. I don't know what the hell. Maybe I didn't have a cable hooked up right. Let me try that again, because now it's fine. I had it hooked up my meter, and I was barely lighting one light. And I was like, what the hell? Maybe I didn't Maybe the thing was folding back because I didn't have the cable seated all the way or something. I don't know. Let me try again.
Maybe your jumper was bad, huh?
I don't think that was seated when I did that. Test. Yeah, I don't think that was seated. There. Whoa! Too much. One, two. Holy smokes. That's still 2.5. I think that's too much for that little amp. Hello? I think I'm gonna hook it to a different amp there, fellas. This thing wants to put the onions to it. That's a 10 watt. That's a 10 watt dead key right there. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the other amp. This little. All right, let me get back on the air.
Not right with that amp.
Yeah, jumper wasn't seated all the way.
Whatever you were just doing wasn't working at all.
What do you mean? I wasn't doing anything. I was in a dummy load.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in a dummy load. I have a meter with a dummy load in it. No, so turning the radio down all the way is like 2.5 watts, and turning it up all, like halfway, it's a 10 watt dead key. It looks like right here in the middle.
Yeah, so all the way down should be more than enough for your amp.
Yeah, I thought it was too much, but maybe I had the jumper wrong. Let me try it again.
Yeah, maybe you had it reversed on the amp. Usually it clicks when you do that, but you never know. You can see the radio, but can't see the amp. He's got the amp under the bench.
I don't know why that struck me as so funny.
He's wrapped up like a freaking gordita. Free with radios instead of the wood stove.
Hello, 1 2 1 2, and Mr. Amp is not keying up.
Now, you're only giving me like a 10 or something, so yeah, that ain't working.
Well, we'll try it here a little bit. 1 2, turn up a little bit more. Hello, 1 2. Let's see, 1 2 3 4.
Right there, it kicked out whatever it was. You went from giving me a 10 down to a 2.
Huh, that's weird.
See right there, now you give me like a 7 swinging up to a 30, but it's really choppy and nasty and not right. It would almost make me think that your amp doesn't have enough power supply on it right now or something. It's kind of odd.
Well, I just tried switching the switch. Is that any better? I'm going to take that as a no.
Oh, that one real bad. Yeah, maybe the amp gave up the ghost.
No, can't be. Let me feed her a little bit more onions here. Hello? That's what's weird is it's almost like the radio doesn't like it. Because even when I turn up it's almost like there's something wrong with the input tune or something. That's weird.
Do you have the radio? You probably don't, because you haven't played this yet. So you have a button on the radio that says, I forget what it says, meter, I think? Key key up the radio and hit that, and it'll show your SWR. Leave it on all the time. That's what I do. So when you key up, it'll show your SWR, and you'll know real quick if your input tune to that amp is anywhere close. Because I run like a 1.6, and it swings up to about a 2 on mine in the car. But do that and see what happens.
I don't have a meter button.
Display, maybe? I forget what it is.
I have a INDC, but that just displays voltage.
That's funny, fucking Hawkeye just stepped on you. Hawkeye, take that shit to the bank right there. You just stepped on fucking radio in. Okay, so it says indicator. It will just go back and forth to voltage. You're going to key up the radio and hit it at the same time, and then you'll see it go from like voltage to RF to SWR.
Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Woo! The SWR screams up to like 10. That's wow.
So yeah, right now anything would take you out. I've heard you louder running off a piece of fucking coat hanger or a dummy load. So yeah, something is not liking that input tune in that amp.
Alright, well, we have another amp we could try.
Now you're talking. Should have recorded that. Sent it to you, Hawkeye.
Yeah, I should have recorded what you said.
Guess my other question. Well, that's probably picking up my fan. I turned the fan on. I think my radio is like over 200 degrees. Is what the hell is he running for an antenna? I don't know if he's on his regular antenna, but I hear another radio receiving when he's doing something with that. So I don't know if it's like he's using two antennas and maybe he forgot he's on like a Wilson or something outside his window. Yeah, no, I mean, we can't talk back and forth if we're both on coax, but I've definitely talked to him off a piece of coax before. I've talked on radios for quite a while off a piece of coax. Yeah, you'll hear them better just off a piece of coax on a dummy load. Dummy load is pretty efficient at absorbing all your power. It does not transmit out too far. Felt like taking the cover off this radio, but not this one, but the one in front of me. But now it's too late. I'm tired. Well, not tired, I just don't care. Look up some schematics. You know what I was gonna say at one point, when I lifted that limiter, I wanted to put it on a toggle switch so I could turn it on and off, put a little toggle switch in the back. But there was no fucking way in hell I could get wire. I said I lost the damn thing. I lifted one side, and as soon as I touched the other side,
one I did. No, the whole thing came out.
But I mean, if it's a 1K resistor, 220 ohm, whatever, I could definitely solder 2 pieces of wire to the board, go into a single pole double throw switch, and have it either be open or going through a resistor of the same value to do the same thing.
Open or closed? Open or closed?
Yes.
Hawkeye, can you hear me now?
I actually can, yeah. It pains me to see that RF output power at 12 o'clock.
Why does it pain you?
Turn it all the way down. Doesn't sound, you're definitely overdriving whatever you're running.
Alright, just turned it all the way down. That seems a little underdriven, but okay.
Sounds pretty good here. I don't know what you're running for an amp, but it's working. Which amp you got hooked up? Texas Star?
No, I'm on the Palomar 450.
Roger.
I can't believe that's putting out any power at all. I can't hear him at all now. I figured he took the amp right out of line. So I was saying, you either have it all the power down because you're going into an amp, or turn it all the way up.
Yeah, hold on a second here. Let's turn this up. Hello, 1, 2. That's probably too much. Hello. I don't know, maybe not. Hello, 1, 2.
That's 3 swinging 4.
Where's your mic gain set? Have you checked that in the menu? Because you actually were giving me an S9, just your audio level is like way down.
Yeah, I know. Oh, the SWR is good. I don't know. No, the mic gains, I don't know. I'm going off the knob on the front of the radio.
Do you have a meter in line at least?
No. Well, actually, yes, I do. I do. I'm just, let me look at it here. I mean, it's showing. Yeah, I mean, what? How does it sound okay to you, Screwdriver? Or no?
Well, it sounds fine here. I liked it better when you had it turned down more. It sounded better and cleaner, but, well, it sounds fine. You're hammering me here. If they can't hear you, there's definitely something weird going on.
Let's see. Well, turn it back a little bit. I don't know.
You sure got your antenna plugged in?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I got him 2 lights swinging to 4 now. Huh. Well, you're hearing them. You're not hearing them that well, huh, Hawkeye?
That's really weird. I mean, I guess the signal is actually an S9, but the audio sounds like way far away. You know, it's just, I can barely hear them.
Huh, that's weird. I don't know. Well, I could switch back without the amp and just go straight in the antenna and see if that makes any difference.
Turn your amp off real quick.
Alright, Hawkeye. Hawkeye. That's with the amp off right now.
You at 1 bar out here, so he probably can't hear you at all.
Oh yeah, that's right. He couldn't hear me earlier. I forgot about that.
I mean, it sounds cleaner. I think halfway is still way too much for your amp. but it sounds cleaner right there. I mean, like I say, you're in the red. I mean, obviously you're close. You're in the red here, so it's hard to tell. But you've been sounding great here this last round. And I didn't know there was a mic setting inside the radio. I've never even looked at that.
I think I was thinking of the Anytone Quad 6.
I mean, there could be. I don't remember. I don't know. There's all kinds of frickin' menu settings on that damn thing. I didn't know what was what. So what are you doing for power right now, Radio Man? You doing whatever, 100 watts or something?
No, I'm just on straight radio. Let's see, what's that right? Oh yeah, I'm just on straight radio.
Alright, well obviously he can't hear you at 5 watts very well. Turn the amp on and, you know, I don't know what you normally run for power out of your amp, I have no idea, but, you know, 50 watts, 100 watts, whatever it is, I mean, try to set it to what you normally run out of your amp on your other radio.
Alright, let me just, something's weird. I think this meter, I'm gonna play around with a couple things. Carry on.
It's just weird because he sounds great over here, or he sounds normal. It's stock mic-ish. I would say, oh, he hates it when I say this, but I would say he sounds like he normally does when he's running his wireless mic.
You son of a bitch.
I'm just saying, it sounds good. It doesn't sound bad. I mean, it's not loud. It's not like you were on your D104, but it sounds good over here. Yeah, I got stock mic-ish sound.
I'm just going through the different SWR. I don't know what that means. TOT. Must be timeout timer. Huh. The only thing I noticed is the thing was swinging before when I keyed up. I don't know what changed there. Like you could see the relative output. It doesn't do that anymore.
Is that only when your amp is on now? Because I think that's what Hawkeye was saying before. Like, he would see it swing, as soon as you hooked an amp up, you wouldn't.
Yeah, let me switch again. I don't know, something weird's going on here. I know one thing, though. I still think there's something weird with that. I've never looked, but that 450 needs a lot of drive. I don't know if somebody modified it to, like, run with a different radio, but it needs a lot of drive. I have to drive that, and I can't turn this radio up enough to drive it to what I normally would.
Jeez, I wouldn't think it needs that much drive. I know it's considered a high drive, and I know it's a MOSFET type amp. I have no idea how many MOSFETs are. I've never even opened one, but I mean, it's a high drive, but it shouldn't still take any more than 4 watts to get above that. 20 watt swing, and that Lincoln is probably not going to swing as high as your other radio.
Alright. Yeah, that's what it is. Now I'm back on the antenna, and I got swing with it now.
So you shut the amp off and you got swing now?
Oh, I mean, I bypassed the amp. I'm not even going through the amp.
That sounds very complicated, but like, I'll tell you what I always noticed on mine. Before I did that mod, you could key up and let's say it would have 2 bars light up. As soon as I would start talking, you'd see it go full scale, and then it would cut right back to only swinging up like 1 bar. But the first initial sound, you would see it swing up, but then the circuit did what it was supposed to, and it fucking held it back.
Yeah, I mean, it as soon as you start talking, it does swing all the way up, and then it goes down about halfway, down to about, looks like S6.
It's probably better than what mine was doing. I just, like I said, very dismal swing, but the audio sounded good. And your audio sounds pretty good here. It's just weird that when you hook your amp up, you're not, like I said, I would just look at the output of your amp and say, if you normally dead key 75 watts, set it to dead key 75 watts and see what it does.
Yeah, just for shits and giggles, I cranked the power up all the way, just to try it.
Can you hear him with it cranked up, Hawkeye?
No.
Man, it just seems like even 10 watts, you should be able to hear him, Hawkeye, at 10 watts, I would think.
I can barely, I can barely hear him in there most of the time.
Wow, I think you were hearing me earlier before my radio kicked in, and I think I was doing less than 1 watt, and I thought you could hear me.
It's really bizarre. I can't explain what's going on there. I think I would unhook the amp and just start with the radio and make sure everything's looking, low power, high power, and all of that. Something just doesn't seem right when he hooks an amp up to it.
Well,
Yeah, right now he did. He the amp. He doesn't even have the amp in line. It's just the radio, and he has the power cranked up on the radio, so it's probably dead key in 10 watts.
yeah, I'm totally off the amp. The little 2-pill, I've only tested that with a tube radio. Tube radio probably doesn't give a shit about the input tune, or the radio not liking it. I don't know. I've only used that little 2-pill on the Regency. I know for a fact that the 450 takes a lot more drive, and I can see it on the meter. I'm not able to drive the 450 to what I normally would run it for a dead key, so I already know that. The Lincoln doesn't have enough drive. It's been that way since day one. I don't have the 500 here to test with, so unless, like I said, the only other thing I could think of is that 2-pill. I only ever ran a watt into that thing, and this thing only turns down to about 2.5 watts.
You bring the 500 up to camp?
Yeah, it's sitting at camp.
Son of, you're supposed to bring it home with you, so you got something else to play with, but... So do you normally, when you run the 450, do you leave your amp section on your radio, too?
I don't know, it's a good question. I can't remember if I disabled that or not. I think you could turn that radio down. Yeah, because I'm only doing like 10 watts out of that radio. You can turn that down on the front of the radio.
Usually 10 watts all the way down, you're still swinging 100, so I would just think it would be way too much for that thing. Like I said, I'm just going off that. Maybe there's a fucking transistor bad in that amp or something if you got to drive it that hard. I know Skinner was talking the other night. He said his 503 has a bad transistor and is blown right out, and he's still driving it and running it like it is. But anyway, I bet that's the same exact board and setup as like a 503 as far as the MOSFETs. But yeah, I mean, obviously this radio is dead key in 10 watts. 10 watt dead key is a 10 watt dead key. You should still have the same dead key out. I mean, I don't expect that Lincoln to swing very much right now the way it is, so I can see that not being full power, but I would think your dead key, like I said, if you normally run it at a 100 watt carrier coming out of that amp, I would think you could still achieve that with this radio.
Now, see the last transmission there, he was giving me like an S7, and I could pretty much copy him, but there's just not a lot of audio there.
Huh. See, his audio is still, it's louder than you, to me, we'll put it that way. It's louder than you are. It sounds fine here. That's weird that he's, I don't know. I mean, granted, I've probably got a ton of audio rolling out of here, and so doesn't fix it, so I don't know it's just deceiving. Maybe just if I shut up and you turned your volume up, he'd sound better.
Why don't you turn your amp off there for a second?
Alright, that is a 13-watt carrier swinging, 60 or so peak.
So that's an S9, and the audio level is 10 times what is coming out of his radio.
Roger. I know the audio is going to be pretty loud on this thing, but I wouldn't think it'd be that much louder than his. Like I said, he sounds good over here, or yeah, reasonable.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the radio. Could just be conditions. I don't know. Although I am wondering, but when he starts hooking the amp up, the radio seems to act a little weird. Anyways, I'm gonna jump out of here, guys. Maybe part of it is I turned the volume down on my radio because the wife has gone to bed. I don't wanna. That might be part of it. To be continued, I guess. I don't think there's anything wrong with the radio.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If your volume is down because I'm loud, thinks it's loud, whoever, maybe your volume's low enough to compensate for us where he's just not going to sound as loud right now.
That's probably a big part of it.
Radio man, was there an adapter in the box to adapt it to a 4-pin?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let me look.
They usually come with this little 6-inch long adapter to go from that to a 4-pin. Not that I've found any 4-pin mic I've run on it sounded better than the stock mic. I think my stock mic sounds great, but it might be worth a try hammering your D104 into it.
No adapter. I did have one here, but that's up at camp too. I've been meaning to order a replacement. I usually keep one around here.
No, it's not like it's the same as a 50, so it wouldn't help you.
Oh, wait a second. Isn't this the same? No, this isn't the same mic as a 2950, right?
No, completely different.
Oh, alright. Well, see you later, Hawkeye, if you can hear me. No, I think there's something weird going on with the amp, but I think the radio is probably fine.
Yeah, I agree. The radio sounds great here. You're doing power. Like I said, I'm surprised that you're not seeing the power out of it. I guess it depends. If you were normally running your amp section on and your 2995 into that 450, then yeah. Whether it's numbed up or something weird is going on, that I can see, but I don't, for what you got going on, if you're not running that amp section, the radio should be pretty comparable for power.
10-4. I was trying to turn on the echo. Hello? I don't think that's doing anything.
Is the echo the written on the button, or is it written above the button?
It's written on the button, and then below it says echo set.
Oh, okay. I've never tried. I have no idea. I've never played with the echo on because I just don't run it. But like I didn't know if it was one of those ones where you had to hold it in.
That's a weird button function there. You just press it to turn the echo off or on. But you press to get into the menu to change the echo. You have to press and hold the button, and then you use the up-down arrows to select between time or delay.
Roger. your audio came up. Does he sound any louder on that radio to you?
I can hear him. He's an S7, but, you know, his audio is still pretty down.
Oh, no.
I assume your mic gain is cranked all the way up.
Yeah. Yeah, mic gain's cranked up. At least on the front.
I mean, maybe it's just that limiter holding that audio back. You know, like I said, obviously we know they're a little anemic.
That's it. Hawkeye, you can't go to bed. We're taking the limiter out.
I heard that.
I like it.
We gotta get this thing screaming.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I just mine. It was still loud without it with the limiter, and it just didn't swing. I mean, you sound fine. It would be nice if the amp worked better, I guess, or with it, or whatever's going on. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I got shit all over the floor, and I gotta move things around here. Don't know, but I guess I just gotta mess around with the radio. But definitely thinking about popping that limiter out.
Hell yeah.
I gotta pump it up. I gotta pump it up to talk to Hawkeye. Oh!
I mean, it does have a stock mic. It's clean. It's clear. You can definitely tell the frequency response might not be the most amazing, but I know, like I said, I have an adapter for mine, and I've tried my normal noise canceling mics that I love on every radio. We just talk about it. Did not amaze me on that. I tried a D104 handheld on it. Did not amaze me. I was told the stock mic sounded better, and I get more swing out of the stock mic than either of those other two mics. So I keep running it because it just seemed like it was the best combo for it.
Well, what's the verdict here? Should I just, is everyone fading out, or, I mean, I'm sort of tempted to pop the limiter out, but if everyone's just going to chill out, then I'm going to switch over to a more comfortable radio, because I'm just standing here at my workbench.
I mean, I've got an hour. Who's that? Was that you, Casey? Oh, I knew you would come in tonight. I was just talking about you earlier. Well, Casey can hear you. Man, your fucking receive down there, Casey, is amazing.
I'll stay up if he's going to do the limiter.
Alright, well, I'm going to fade out, so don't be asking me questions about did you do this or did you do that. I'm going to go radio silent here, monitor only, and I'll try to leave the feed up and soldered. I can't make any guarantees.
You don't gotta touch your feed. You just gotta, you don't need to try to zoom in to show somebody exactly what you're doing. Just fucking go with it. I like it.
Alright. Let's switch some things around.
I'm not going to bed anytime soon. So
let's do this so you guys can hear what's going on. Let's get some shit going here. I will narrate. We're gonna get back on the SDR. Let's see. Give me a few minutes, guys. We gotta change things around here.
I'm going to be out with County 333 on Roosevelt Trail by AT&T.
that's hooked up. Let's hook up the receive so you guys can hear on the feed. Radio. Let's see, that should. So I'm gonna start talking here in a minute. Oh, we gotta unmute it.
See, I'm watching his live feed, but I gotta shut it off so I can check my damn phone. Oh, no, I guess I can have it up and going at the same time. Look at that.
That's all right. I'll watch it for you while you're checking your phone.
Alright, guys. I was just hooking the other radio up here so I could still stream the audio, but I'll leave the camera up on the victim.
Hell yeah.
The victim.
Can you hear me now, Hawkeye? How about now? Oh, Hawkeye!
Yeah, we're back. We're back incommunicado.
Alright, I'm back to work here.
Yes, sounding just like you should.
You like this Quad 5?
That was the, I don't know which one. That's the one that's, I thought they were physically bigger, but that's the one that has the big screen in it and looked like a more CB-ish, right? It didn't look like the Quad 6? Or was that the other one?
Yeah, it's got the big orange display. It actually looks like a Yaesu.
Is it the, because like I said, I have a Quad 5, but mine's a Magnum, I think. Magnum Quad 5 or whatever. It was like an original one, which I guess is not anywhere near the same, but they look the same. But I know they changed them. They changed the looks of them.
Yeah, hold on. I forget that I can access Messenger on the computer here because I had to put my phone on the charger. So, yeah, I'm gonna post a pic because we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, like I'm looking right now that, fuck, they're cheap, $229 through Walcott. It's more the one I'm looking at has an actual channel display on the right-hand side, and it's got like a 2950 looking screen next to it.
No, that's not this one.
Oh, okay. See, that's the style I have. So you're the other one, so that's the Quad 5, whatever, N or some shit. The one I'm looking at right now is a Quad 5 Plus. I think mine was a Top Gun. I think that was who made it. Yes. So yeah, yours is the one with still the same price pretty much, but yeah, it's got the bigger display, just 2 knobs on the right, 2 knobs on the left. Where the other one has all the knobs underneath it, more knobs, less buttons.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can figure out how to do this on the computer. I'm so used to using my phone now. I have a $259 on Amazon
But yeah, it's got a big display window, 2 knobs to the right, a row of buttons under the orange display.
Yeah, see, like, if you look up, obviously, I know you've seen them, but the Quad 5, the Top Gun Quad 5 with a, well, whoever makes them now, the Quad 5 Plus, it's more CB looking. It's got like a 2950 type display, but it has an actual LED channel readout too.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't think mine lights up. These almost look like they light up, but like I like the looks of that radio because it's still CB-ish, where the other one looks more, you know, ham radio or whatever, you know. Not that it's a bad thing, but it looks like a lot more shit's going to be menu driven on the Quad 5N, and the Quad 5 Plus looks like you got a lot more knobs and you can turn stuff.
Yep, exactly. I almost, that Quad 5 that you have, Alinco made a version that I think came out first, and I was hot to get one of those, but I never did.
I've seen a lot of different names put on them damn things. The other one I always liked the looks of was, I think it was just called Magnum Research, if I remember right. But it had 2 different LCD displays, one on the left, one on the right. They kind of like had a bar in between them in the middle. I think that's who made them. Those look pretty sharp too.
Yep, I know exactly the radio you're talking about because I almost bought one of those too. I think I got outbid. They just looked different than everything else out there. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. It just wasn't the same old, same old. Yep. Oh, it's missing his live feed. Fuck me, see?
I know, I just had to go full screen, give him my full attention.
Oh, that's what I should do, is put it up on the TV or something.
That's what I do. That's why I wasn't having no problem with the focus.
I'm zooming in now. I'm gonna really watch him and eyeball him.
I don't know. Give me an old radio that's got big components, and I'm happy.
Put the soldering iron right over the whole component. It'll come right off and stick to it. You're fine.
No, he's trying to save the component. In case it's the wrong one, he has to put it back.
Ooh, I just heard a police go by. Sucks when the end of your pick is still twice the size of the fucking component.
I know it. That's a huge pick on the screen.
Yeah, I guess you probably could have just adjusted your modulation first inside, right next to that, but screw that. Full send.
There we go. I just lifted one side, so let's try that.
Yes, sir.
Why did I just start thinking about a half-pound cheeseburger that's only half cooked? Still red juice is just running right out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking hungry now. See, I should have went to bed.
Back to the room, Mike.
Too bad the radio's even got a reminder for me to stay the hell out of it.
Good call.
Now there's a tour in the state.
Turn the mic on. No one's talking.
Here we go.
Let's get a mic on it.
It's gonna be so amazing.
Oh!
Try it barefoot first. The fact that he doesn't have a meter hooked to it is, gonna tell me he ain't gonna see difference.
Ow, he just knocked me in the head. Oh, that hurt.
Alright. Oh man, let me turn down the monitor radio. Oh, how about that, Hawkeye? Now she's breathing. Woo!
Are you on it now?
Yeah, I'm on it now. Hello, 1 2 1 2.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Any difference? I mean, didn't change the power out.
Yeah. Well, it's about the same signal about an S7, but I'd say you probably doubled your audio.
Oh man, what about you fix it? How about out your way?
Yeah, when you first keyed up, I thought I had a little bit of this wheel to it, but yeah, the audio is definitely doubled. A lot better.
Well, kids, there you go. This sticker right here. Wait. We don't like that sticker.
I don't know, man. Now you're bleeding 28 channels away, and you only went up about 8% more audio here, and now I can't talk to anybody.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, you're right. I did try changing the channel. And yeah, no, it sounds great. Your audio definitely kicked up, and it sounds actually cleaner.
See, Hawkeye, aren't you glad you stayed up? Now you can go have a cookie.
I am definitely glad, yes. Thank you for going the extra mile.
Now I want you to hook the amp up.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
I mean, if you gotta do it, what the hell? Do it right.
Yeah. So put the RF power knob at about 10 o'clock when you do it.
Oh, I gotta take an intermission to get a drink here. You know, I'm like a friggin' one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest down here trying to friggin' live stream all this crap.
Oh, I heard KC in there. Fired up to 50.
it weren't for the live stream, you'd have bored us all to death.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it down there, Casey. Holy fuck yeah.
Wow, I hear him.
See? What a difference between that and that icon. But you're not wrong. I am going to go get me another drink. So, yeah. I'll be back in 3 minutes. I might nuke some taquitos while I'm out there.
What about Hawkeye? Can Hawkeye, the station master, the channel master, can you hear him?
I cannot hear Casey, not at all.
Ah, bridge too far. He says he can hear you, Hawkeye. Hawkeye's over in Lisbon, KC. I don't know, KC, are you hearing me? I'm on a barefoot radio. No shit. Yeah, I'm on a little Lincoln too. I'm probably only doing about I don't know, 4 or 5 watts right now. See, what would have been a good test, Hawkeye, is if we should have seen if KC could hear me with the mod limiter in versus with the mod limiter out. But KC missed all the fun.
Yeah, put it back. Put it back.
Oh wait, say that again, KC. You Hawkeye stepped on you. You actually did hear me. You were listening before the limiter. What happened? Oh, very interesting. So that's a good report. So you had to really strain to hear me, but now with the mod limiter out, you can hear me just fine. Wow, that's a good report, Hawkeye. He said that he was straining to hear me before, and he says now he can sit back in the chair.
Yeah, but he also went from his ICOM to a 2950 that has better receive.
Oh no.
I didn't say that. I mean, what?
That's a pretty accurate description as to what was going on over here.
So Hawkeye, would you say the audio is less like anemic now?
Oh, it made a huge difference. Absolutely huge. You know, I don't know if you still got something going on with your amp, but as far as the radio goes, man, that thing is no longer anemic.
Well, that's good. That's good. So it was. This was a good little find today.
Yeah.
Man, now we can hear KC. It's amazing.
Yeah, he definitely, his signal doesn't come up a whole lot from the radio to the radio, but the audio is, well, I mean, we've just heard it all tonight, you know. So, to put it in perspective, Hawkeye, the difference between his radio before the mod limiter and after is the same difference that you're getting going from your Yaesu to your Quad 5.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's the same difference KC gets from going from his ICOM to his 2950. That is about the difference between your two radios. I hear them both and they sound perfectly fine, but there is, yeah.
I'm gonna put a log in the wood stove. I'll be right back.
Yep, we lost 2 followers.
Oh, he even put his little card up there. Look at him go. Well, you you gonna put a log on your something too, Casey? I was thinking I was gonna drop a log off soon also. Roger. I'm actually pretty impressed that you can hear me down there without running the amp. You got some crazy receive down there. You hear way more people than they hear you. That's awesome. I mean, that's an awesome problem to have because, you know, it's nothing but spending a little bit of money to get out better. But you can't buy receive. Roger. I'll tell you, Wingnut dropped off, I haven't heard Wingnut tonight, that's actually surprising. He dropped off a ground plane kit for an IMAX over here yesterday. And I think I'm going to drop that down, probably not tomorrow because I don't have time, but whatever. I'm going to drop that down. I think I'm going to try putting a ground plane kit on there to get some more side-by-side comparisons. I say they're snake oil. I've run them before. Never noticed the difference. But, you know, this is going to give me very accurate side-by-side comparisons. So he had a spare ground plane kit. He said, hey, if you want to throw it on there and check it out. So I'm gonna throw that on there maybe next weekend and run it for a week or so and check that out and see if there's any type of concernable difference. More like or so. Yeah, I mean chances are it won't just be a week because I mean I like to go more than a week. I like to go 2 or 3 just to get a really good. You know, understanding and shit, and a lot of people, and, you know, DX and this and that. But I have to say, you know, I've been running the IMAX a lot. I'm not on it right now, but I have been running it a lot.
Gotta have the pick.
Oh yeah, I gotta go check out my microwave taquitos.
Stand by for burnt mouth.
Exactly.
Oh man. Do you like the little touch I put in the live feed for you there, Hawkeye?
The magic pick, huh? That's what. I mean, you had that out of there in record time. You made that look easy.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't gotten into the liquor tonight. You guys have been, oh, hook this up, do this, do that. You know, I feel like I'm one of those guys where you have the drum on the back and the tambourines.
Dance, monkey, dance.
10-4. Well, yeah, it's a good little radio here. I'll have to read up how to use it. It's a little, for me, it's counterintuitive. Like when, like the thing, like you're like, oh no, you gotta hit this button. Like it's a little weird. You know, like when I was playing around with the Echo or trying to get the channel set correctly. It's a little weird. It's different than what I'm used to, but yeah, I just gotta kind of play around with it. But I like it. I'll have to try that on sideband night.
I think the weirdest setting on the radio that you know every once in a while you get a radio that you almost have to go to the manual because you figure out how to do something is
Let's
how
put
to
an
make
external
adjustments
speaker.
to the Echo because it's not in the menu. It's not in the menu list. It's off that button off the front, so it's different than most of the other settings.
That's better. I just hooked my old, oh man, my old General Electric speaker up to her.
Once you get those values, you really don't have to go in there and mess with it again. You can turn it on or turn it off.
I'll give you my thoughts about Echo.
A little bit of echo, unnoticeable, goes a long way.
Yes.
but it's subtle. You know what I'm saying?
If I can hear it, it's too much.
Ah, damn, I just noticed mine was off. Yeah, so that's the echo on this one.
I can hear your screwdriver.
Yeah, the processing on this has some. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't hear yours come on at all. Okay.
You don't notice a difference at all?
I didn't hear it change.
I got the high cut on, the noise blanker, the A&L. I hooked up an external speaker. That sounds better. Just playing around with the settings on it.
It has a really good A&L circuit, noise blanket circuit. The high cut, maybe inside I wouldn't have an issue. In my car, it definitely dumbs down the hissing of the static. So it's kind of nice for the static, but it takes, well, obviously the highs out of people's audio too, and just, my hearing's not the best. So you take those highs out, and I start having a little harder time understanding people when I run that high cut.
Yeah, I just turned the high cut off. I was like, ooh, brought the highs back in.
Yeah, it's just a little odd for me. I have, like, on sideband, I played with it.
Oh, you've played
Sometimes I
with
can
it.
make it almost useful, but I don't know. Like I said, it's my hearing. I'm not blaming it on the radio. It is definitely just my hearing.
Damn it!
Yeah, I'm with you. Every time I turn it on, I'm like, wow, that works good. And then I end up turning it off 3 minutes later because I can't hear.
That's better. So is there any type of like, I'm skimming through the manual, but any other settings I should know about?
I'll tell you the one that made me keep the radio. I was ready to get rid of it. And the only thing that made me even look into it more about doing removing the limiter, but the settings I thought were the coolest was the Roger Beep settings. And I know people hate Roger Beeps, a lot of people, but I love them. And that right there was my biggest thing. I'm like, ooh, look at that.
Is it because you can like change it or something, or does it just give you a choice of them?
No choice, but you can change the tone, and it'll list it right out from like whatever 300 hertz to 3,000 hertz or whatever it is for the tone. And you can also change the length up to 1 second long, and I forget how low, but I keep mine at 1 second. I want to say 2,500 hertz, something like that, 3,000 hertz. And that right there is what kind of, I was like, oh my God, Cobra found that. We were here working on something where we had that radio hooked up, and I was like, ah, fuck this thing. And he happened to just be pushing buttons. He goes, says something about Roger Beep on here. I'm like, oh. Started playing with it, and I said, oh, I think I really like this radio now.
You know what I would be curious to try, since it's pretty quiet and no one else is on? Let's just try going to lower sideband right here for a minute and see what you think, how your radio sounds on sideband.
Fuck me.
I knew it.
Well, I'll try it with you, Hawkeye, for like a couple seconds. I'm not going to stay there.
Yeah, no, let's just try it. I'm curious to see what you think, how it sounds.
I'll follow.
Hello, Hawkeye. 1 2 1 2.
Oh man, that went to the room area. Yeah, that sounds bad. I can't even hear you.
I was trying to clarify in there, Hawkeye.
How's this one sound on sideband?
You're tricking me. Try it again, Hawkeye.
I'll go on the actual radio. Yeah, one thing you need to do on a different antenna, like I said, the turbo, direct inject, you can't use sideband, so it is what it is. I'll give it a shot, radio man. How do you hear this thing? I hear you trying to tune it, man.
Well, I got the clarifier at 12 o'clock, and Fix It and Screwdriver seem to sound fine. I haven't heard much from Hawkeye yet.
Yeah, radio man. How about that radio man?
Huh. You sound a little raspy for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, he is a little off right now, so that's about right.
Yeah, because Screwdriver sounds like Screwdriver, and Fix It sounds like Fix It, and the clarifier is right in the 12 o'clock position. This thing seems to be right on the money.
Yeah, you sound right on to me, so I'm probably going to make a little tweak adjustment here on this one. And you're not really far off, Hawkeye. It's just, yeah, a little bit. Like, I had noticed on that radio, I shut my clarifiers off. So that is something you can do. You can make your clarifier work on just receive, just transmit, or transmit and receive. Or you can shut it off. I run mine off because everybody with it off, which is equal to being right in the middle, it sounds fucking amazing. I have no need to tweak anybody in.
Yeah, I was just looking at my signal on the SDR. Yeah, it looks to be right on the money.
How's so I sound okay over there?
Yeah, you sound like you. I mean, I'm not going to say you sound like you're on AM, but you sound as good as you could sound for lower sideband.
Roger. Like I said, mine definitely does not sound always the greatest, at least in the mobile, the receive. That was the only one big complaint I got.
I mean, I know it's kind of hard, but you could pull up the live feed and hear what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you would definitely know. You would say something.
Yeah, you're fine. Fix It sounds fine. Like I said, Hawkeye sounds a little off, but 2 out of 3, I just leave it at that and deal with Hawkeye. I can still understand him. It's just, like, you guys sound like you guys.
When you first keyed up on it, though, it didn't sound all that great. But when you used a clarifier to put it at 12 o'clock, you sounded a lot better.
Well, let me see. I'll look at the SDR and see if the clarifier is moving the transmit. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. Well, that doesn't appear to be moving it. I'm sliding the clarifier one way and the other. It doesn't appear to be moving it.
Nope, she's working.
Yeah, sideband looks good. I'm looking at it on the SDR. Cool. Yeah, there we go. Want to go back to AM?
Sure, why not? Anyways, guys, I gotta go get some sleep. It's been fun.
See ya, Hawkeye. We're heading back to AM.
Talk to you tomorrow. Alrighty. Well, I probably went to hell, but I don't even care.
Yep, back on AM. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, you sounded good on AM. Fix It sounded fine. I guess KC, I don't know if he followed us, but I didn't hear him. But we're back on AM.
10-4 on you was listening. You hearing this thing down there, KC, right now? Roger. I'm sure this doesn't quite have the audio of the other radio, but you know. Definitely still got it. Yes, look. I didn't do it this time. There it is. That tells me it's time to flip it over and oil it up.
I don't know if you heard KC's report earlier, but he said before he removed the limiter, he had to put his ear to the speaker, and he says after that he could sit back in the chair.
That wasn't his exact words, but yes. That's when I told you he went from hearing you on an ICOM to hearing you on a 2950.
You hear that, Screwdriver? Did you hear that?
Just saying. But no, it made a big difference. Like I said, it made it go from when I had that, I was going to throw the radio in the fucking trash can, to now it's a radio I run every day.
Yep. Actually, I'm going to put the SWR on there. There we go. That's nice. 1.3 SWR.
Have you run it through your amp again yet?
No, I haven't. I just didn't feel like it. Everyone's hearing me fine enough.
See, it's just weird when I test a radio, it's going through everything that every other radio does. It's going through all my amps, my preamps, switch boxes. I got a cable coming off the switch box for radios. I just got a spare one that I screw in to test the radio, so I can usually, anything I'm running, I can run through any of my normal amps that I run.
Who was that other station who tried to come in there that had the squeal?
I'm not sure, but it was pretty loud, pretty close.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if anybody knew. They never came back. Maybe they're still dealing with it.
Oh, maybe he got his old radio working. Damn it, guess not. Oh, he's probably hooking up another mic.
Oh, Hutch is still in there. No, Screwdriver, I just, it's getting late. I don't feel like messing with the amps anymore. Radio seems to be working good, without it. Everyone's hearing me well enough. I'll dig into it. It's getting late. I'm to be jerking around with stuff. So, but yeah, the plan is to have a setup with like a quick on and off connector so I can switch out radios and stuff easily. That's the plan, but for 12 o'clock at night, I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I'll mess with it after I get some sleep.
Oh yeah, I definitely get that. I just, the way my coax is running, it goes in the back of my meter. I couldn't even get to the back of my meter to undo my coax to go direct, you know what I mean? And then everything goes under the bench and, out into the other room and stuff for amps. So, yeah, like I said, just the jumper I got laying around that connects to my switch box that's right underneath here. Switch between radios, that's where I plug in a different radio. I'd have a hard time trying to connect it to an antenna without, you know what I mean, just the way it feeds in. I just couldn't do it easily.
Yeah, Hutch, how you hearing me?
I'm hearing you fine.
Alright. We're doing a little radio garage down here.
769.
Woo! That's like, I think it's like a little over 5 watts or something. you go. Now we just need Lugnut to check in.
It is about late enough that he will sometimes peek in, that's for sure.
I saw him today. He was up there. He met Paranoid.
Roger. I did actually just hear one right before you keyed up.
There. I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Yeah, that is kind of odd. I heard it again too.
Little static crashes.
Yes, sir.
Does this radio have any type of talk back?
Yeah, that would be a question for Hawkeye. I don't know. Like I said, I never really got into it. I don't. Most of that stuff I consider useless on radios. Talkback, echo, fucking any of that. Like I don't utilize it. Memory channels. I don't utilize it, so I really don't know. Never tried. Oh, it's snowing and it's like on the roads. Son of a... Still ain't got a problem about yet. Oh fuck, I did hear. So you might be able to ride your road. Yeah, this road's always dry, quick and clear. It's so deceiving. Then I get into town and it's trashed. I'm like, fuck me. I'm good till I hit the rotary and it just goes to hell. The plow just came by here for the third time.
Yeah, the reason why I was asking about the talkback, I was gonna play with the echo, but I could just listen on another radio. I'm not gonna do that now. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, like, there's a good chance it does have talkback. I wouldn't have a clue. Oh, he's going to get the manual. Oh, not the manual. That does look like a good idea. I think I'll join you.
Gotta pause for the cause. Problem is, I got a whole bag of fresh baked cookies upstairs. If they don't make it through Sunday, I'm gonna be in trouble.
It's Sunday now. Have at it. Yeah, they made it till Sunday. They just didn't make it till morning.
Yeah. Yeah, yes sir. I figured since I'm not operating with a 700-degree soldering iron, it was safe. Oh, the transmissions are about to get longer.
Uh-oh. Can you keep her hooked up already? That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm all done. The only thing I'm doing tonight is operating the PTT. You know, the only thing is about these little President mics, I know they sound, you know, they're designed to work with this radio, but they just don't feel good in my hand. That's right, I said it.
Yeah, I actually really like the way that mic feels. Maybe it's different if you're in a mobile driving.
You know what was funny? I don't remember if it was Kenwood. Who was doing that? I think I thought she went out. I think Kenwood was doing that at one time. They were actually putting weights inside the microphone.
There's a lot of mics that do that just to make them feel like they have some substance. I don't know if you're radio man. I'm sure Hutch has seen a couple, but and Fixit has. I know I have one or two somewhere around here, but they were called diesel noise canceling mics. They were a 4-3 or something like that, if I'm right. Those things were big mics, and holy fuck were they heavy. Like, you open it up, and where the mic hanger clip is on the back is just a huge hunk of lead in behind it.
God, when I was a kid, I had a mic. It was like a noise toy mic. It took a 9-volt battery, and I think it had little shitty sirens on it. I think it might have did power and echo. It had all kinds of shit. And that fucking thing was like a brick. It was supposed to be handheld.
I got a old Lafayette mic over here. It's like that. Fucking thing probably weighs 15 pounds, and it's all aluminum. Nice.
Yeah, I remember the appeal to me because when I was a kid, I wasn't confident enough to put noise toys in my radios, and I was like, man, you just buy that and plug it into the front of your radio? Oh man, I'll be shitting in tall cotton.
Wow, it's 4-pin too. I wonder if it works.
Oh, plug it in.
Yeah, you could already had that thing plugged in.
Come on, Hutch. I was disabling mod limiters tonight. You can do it. He's out.
Who's Hammer Jockey?
I don't know. I got guys on there from all over the place. It's who I'm thinking of. He's down in Oklahoma.
Well, that was a big negative. It wouldn't even key out. Son of the fucking cord on it's like fucking 12 inches long. Ain't very long. If it weighs so much it was any longer, it would just stretch itself out. Oh yeah, the fucking thing, I can't believe how heavy it is. It's actually in still pretty nice shape for an old Lafayette mic. Never seen one like that before. I heard you talking about it, made me think about it there. I had to go look for it. Frickin' right.
talking to?
You know who I'm talking to.
Oh, I zoned out for a minute. I'm just sitting here in the chair.
What? What kind of kid do you got to hook up?
Well, we're not going down that road.